Welcome to Highgate Hall, a historic dormitory that we'll be building and decorating today. I needed a dorm for my unnamed university subhood that I am currently creating. It's actually going to be a sort of spin-off sequel from my Asylum Let's Play that I've been uploading. So if you haven't watched that yet, please check it out. I hope you like it, and I have a lot of plans for how this is somehow going to fit into that. So stay tuned. I really don't have much experience with trying to emulate a Gothic style of architecture, but I looked up some images of dormitories on like Ivy League campuses, old historic universities, and I'm trying to emulate it as best as I can. We'll have a little balcony looking over the front, and then a hallway on either side. There's only going to be 4 bedrooms in this dorm. It's a very exclusive dormitory, and it accepts only 4 students per year. Each student will get their own room, which, wow, wish that's how it was in reality at college. That would have been pretty awesome. As it's such a historic building, it does have a dark secret, so we're going to have to build what that secret is going to be. So stay tuned to see what that is. Some windows at the front and doors on either side. And then here is the main hallway. Over here will be a study and a den. Here's a bathroom for people to use downstairs. And then the kitchen and dining room will be on this side. Now, this is a historic building and it does have a dark secret or two. So we're going to be building a basement, which is where that secret will be housed, that Highgate Hall doesn't necessarily really want people to know about. So we're hiding it behind that bookcase that comes in the game that's like a secret door. I've been trying to experiment with the constrained floor elevation sheet as a way to make tiny walls that I then build the roof on top of. It's a pretty wonky, finicky cheat, so I'm really trying to get the hang of it by watching lots of tutorials. And we're going to add some dimension to the front here, kind of break it up a little bit, and it will look more visually appealing, hopefully. I feel like I tend to build my buildings as big boxes and then kind of whittle them away like I'm making a sculpture. It's sort of easier for me to try to visualize it that way, I guess. I'm using a completer set for the mansard roof. I can link it in the description. I've never used it before, so I'm trying to get the hang of it. In the back, there's a lovely garden where students can come and spend some time with nature. Add a little fence decoration on the top just to make it visually look better, and I'm struggling here. I'm trying my best with these pieces. This is the Buggy Boo's Nooks and Niches set. I've never actually used it before, so this build was also kind of an experiment to try to do that. But I really like it so far. I love how you can use it to outline the front of the garden. And I used the terrain tool to raise the ground a bit in the middle. So hopefully visually the plants will kind of look more dynamic. They're a little overgrown. They've maybe seen some better days, but they're still beautiful and a lovely way to enter the building. Add some windows, get some light, but not too much light. It's still a big old brick building. The kitchen is rustic with stone wall. What some may see as the building being old, we see as it having character and a long storied history. Out in the yard, there's several benches that students can sit on. And they can trace a path throughout the garden, seeing the stones, peeking through the grass, and thinking about the long history of this building and all the great minds who have lived inside of its walls. Add some light. Some might say that our wallpaper choices are garish, but we think they have a timeless charm. And then up here we'll have 2 shower rooms, just 2 showers in each, I guess. Simple little bathroom, nothing crazy. I never really decorate bathrooms because I just get bored. Here's the kitchen. To make a dorm, you can build the building and then you use the change lot zoning dorm cheat. So some of the items, like I'm leaving these 2 counters empty so that the NPC who creates food for dormies will leave the food there, but they might need to be island counters, so I might have to redo it if I want the dorm to be functional. Students can eat 3 meals a day in our gorgeous historic dining room. We'll put a little menu there so they can read what's on the menu every day. Fresh and healthy meals are extremely important, and we know that students need to use their brains to the best of their ability, and part of that is feeding them well-balanced meals. There's lots of awesome little food sets here that I think are by Katie VIP at Cradle of Darkness. Got a lot of awesome custom content from her for this build. So there's bagels, sausages, eggs, tea, coffee. It's making me hungry. I love it. I love fake little food. Here's the front hallway with a phone so students can call their parents and say hi. And in here is a study so people can work together, write papers, and bookshelves so they can read books and study together. And then in here we'll have kind of a den area with a television, a chess table, and an easel. Students can watch films together, socialize, and relax after hours of studying. Over here, someone's been working at the desk with a little cup of coffee. And then I kind of want to fill this corner, so let's put this pretty piano and just fill it with tons of plants. Now, this is a very exclusive dormitory. It accepts only 4 students every year, so they each get their own room and are given free rein to decorate however they wish. This is our first student. She's sort of quiet, she loves nature, she's very studious. I think that she's hoping to come into her own at school and kind of become more confident. She's always felt overshadowed by her siblings. She's a little bit girly, and so she has some of the clutter to match, like coats, sweaters, makeup. Keeps her toothbrush in there because you don't want anyone to mess with it. You know, you never know what people are doing. And she loves to read, so she can have a little reading chair by the window. The next dorm mate is a young man who's absolutely obsessed with aliens, space, the occult. He's a bit superstitious. He loves science. I'm not sure what he's studying, but maybe he wants to be like an astrophysicist or a marine biologist and study deep sea creatures or something. And yeah, he's a bit eccentric and superstitious. You know, you shouldn't believe some of the rumors that he'll try to tell you about campus. That goes for all the students. If you see any, talismans, magical type objects to ward off evil, don't worry about it. It's just, the normal customs of an old campus. The youthful folly of the youth. And then the last dorm mate's kind of got a darker, more goth energy. likes esoteric and maybe occult things. She has a brooding, poetic nature, some would say. So I've used a lot of dark purple, red, and black in her room. And yeah, the hanging garlic, it's just an inside joke amongst the students, so don't worry about it too much. Then there's one empty room because there's one doormate who hasn't moved in yet. Wonder who it's gonna be. Down here, let's build something that the hall is trying to keep a bit secret. And no one who's moving in needs to know the details before they get involved. It's, just rumors, nothing important. You can see from the walls that this is a very old part of the building. There's lots of different types of walls, so maybe at some point it was several different rooms, or it's been renovated many times, but something tells me that whoever is down here has been here for a very long time. It wouldn't be fair for them to go all the way upstairs, so they get to have their own little bathroom area. And a coffee table with some different decorations. Don't pay attention to this part, don't worry about it. This is totally fine and normal. It's just the normal thing under every dormitory. You certainly shouldn't let it affect your opinion about our institution. Let's take a tour of Highgate Hall and admire all of our hard work. We are a historic dormitory. Some say this building has been standing even longer than the university. We are an extremely exclusive building, accepting only 4 students every year, the finest minds of their generation, who come here to learn and find serenity, like in our gorgeous garden. As we enter the main hallway, please note the beautiful tiled floor, which is original to the house. Our lovely dining room is cozy with a fireplace, and students can come in here to get 3 meals a day, as well as coffee, snacks, and pastries, which are always available. Where are you going? There's really no need to be going in here. Stop, get out. Let's go look at the kitchen instead. It's beautiful, and our chef uses only the finest produce from local farmers. Each morning you can read what's on the menu for the day in the dining room. Highgate Hall values academics above all, and students are encouraged to study together in the dorm's beautiful parlor. Many of our most prestigious alumni once studied around this very fireplace. Recreation and relaxation is also important, and students can spend time socializing and being creative in the den. As we make our way upstairs, we invite you to take a moment to play a tune on our beautiful piano. And looks like someone's left a cup of tea on the piano. Please note that this is against the rules. While the bathrooms might not be state-of-the-art, we do believe they have a certain charm, and they get the job done. Students are encouraged to express themselves in their dorm room and hang art on the walls. As we are very exclusive, each student has their own room, a sanctuary to call their own. Making our way to the other 2 dorm rooms on the opposite end of the building. Students should do their best to be in their bedrooms for the night by no later than 11 p.m. For safety and keeping a studious environment. Don't wander the halls after hours and disturb others. Trust me on that one, okay? It's the one rule. Just Please follow it for your own good. Here's a room that's still empty, waiting for our newest student. If you do well on your application, it could be you. We hope you've enjoyed the tour of our gorgeous historic dormitory. Feel free to enjoy a cup of tea by the fire before Stop going in here! Alright, well, if you must know, there's said to be a fifth dorm mate. One who's gone to school here for a long, long time and who enjoys their solitude. This is an historic building, and all old buildings have their secrets. But we're a safe and wonderful institution, and we want to encourage you to not believe everything you hear, especially any rumors that other students might try to share with you, or the townsfolk, or books or old articles. Just ignore it all. Don't you want to come here and be amongst the greatest minds this university has to offer? Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you for considering Highgate Hall as your dormitory. We'd love for you to become part of our family forever.